All right, it is.
All right. Oh, there we go.
There we are. We're back. We're back again.
Very special guest again.
Very special guest indeed.
For the next 3 weeks.
Yes.
Probably.
And we'll be wearing white the whole time.
Yes. This is, white identitarian politics. It's what we're all into.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Matt, we'll say who the special guest is, should we, Tom? That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, because yesterday's record, you actually, when I was saying the name of the guest, you actually spoke over me. And
did I? Sorry.
Yeah, so we'll give...
I'll let you do
We'll
that.
give Matt the courtesy of, saying his name.
No resentment in that. Well, you're Matt Zarb-Cousin.
There we go.
There we go.
Welcome,
How
Matt.
are you, Matt? How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, all the way up to, well, no, I'm not supposed to say that.
Manchester.
Yes, there we go. All the way up in the Victorian building.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what better place than a Victorian building? Talk about the woke right.
The woke right.
A progenitor of the term.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of projection that goes on when people on the right talk about the woke left, complain about, policing language and all that kind of stuff. The right are the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every accusation is a sort of admission, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is the censorship thing that they was trying to push with the left for a long time, and then obviously we saw with Glastonbury and all that.
Yeah.
Biggest censorers.
Yeah. And the JD Vance meme of the Norwegian.
Oh yeah,
got
you can't
kicked off
access the country if you've got disparaging memes of JD Vance's face.
Well, that's not having the vice president as a baby on your phone is clearly a violation of everything.
National security.
No, yeah, yeah. Like this is a good point though. I think where we're talking about blue headsmen.
Yeah.
That's still a prevailing thing that narrative of
feminazis and liberal blue hair.
But like where you talk about like Glastonbury with Bob Villan and Kneecap and stuff, where you've got literal terror charges being brought.
Yeah.
Do people who have blue hair on Twitter are a bit annoying? Admittedly.
Baristas.
Do baristas have any power?
Do they have as much power as the establishment? Hard to tell.
Terror courts in Britain. Yeah. But obviously, Matt Zarb-Cousin of Jeremy Corbyn's spokesman fame.
Hero.
Previously. Hero. Yes, thank you for your work on that, Matthew. You've obviously had to deal with a lot more right-wing cunts than most people ever will in their life. So
I interface directly with the British press in my job. There's something called a press lobby in Westminster, where each newspaper has several journalists, and their job obviously is to generate stories. And I use the word generate in a very deliberate way. The way that politics is covered in Britain is almost like it's reality TV. A lot of the time it's just constant trying to generate stuff to talk about, and a lot of the things that people actually care about in their day-to-day lives get lost. And that was the real frustration of being in Westminster. And like, it is such a bubble. It's a bit of a cliche, but it's such a bubble when you're in there, and it can be quite overwhelming. The amount of pressure that Jeremy was under as well, and as an operation, like we just wanted to talk about, austerity and like, cost of living crisis and public ownership and all that kind of stuff, and it was just bullshit every day. And
he's got to be the most scrutinised politician I've ever been aware of in my lifetime, certainly.
Well, as well, like with the obviously with current events. The anti-Semitism accusations that got chucked about all the time as well.
Yeah,
like it's like it's the same theory I have with like Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP. If that was a few years later, they win that. If that's after Brexit, they win that.
Yeah.
If Jeremy Corbyn was now and getting called an anti-Semitic terrorist, I don't think it'd work the same, would it?
Yeah. I think that there's a lot of bad faith accusations that are made that were made about Jeremy, not just, I think, these organisations that are...
So you're saying he wasn't a Czech spy?
Yeah, exactly. They're obviously politically motivated. When it's coming from your own party, when it's coming from like MPs or like Labour MPs, the perception that people have for like the casual observers of politics is, oh well, they're on the same team, so that must have some kind of legitimacy. Why would they lie? Why would they attack their own side? But when you look at it a bit deeper, you can see that the Labour Party is just a series of really unsustainable coalitions, and everyone really hates each other in the Labour Party. And this is what always makes me laugh about, when people talk about changing the voting system. Oh, if we had proportional representation, we'd just have chaos because all these parties would have to work together, and that's kind of what we have now, because the two parties are lots and lots of factions. Really, they're made up of lots of factions. There's no real unified party. Obviously Starmer now has like kicked out the left, but even the people that he has parachuted into constituencies to be MPs, they rebelled against him on the welfare cuts, cuts to PIP. So, as it happens, people who want to be Labour MPs are actually quite left wing. It's something they didn't really anticipate.
My favourite of the Starmer MPs. I think we need to develop this, Tom. Of like, just because I was thinking about doing like the like Barclaysman thing, but for every MP, and just going through alphabetically.
Genocidesman.
And then I didn't realize. I looked through it and I thought I'll be on A for about 3 weeks by surname, and it's obviously a lot of Labour people, but it's like I've never heard of most of these people. But then my favourite Labour MP at the minute has got to be that fella from Dover. It's like, who are you trying to kid that you're like this fucking? I'm the bold crusader on immigration. You're gonna fucking lose your seat, lad. Doesn't matter what you do.
Well, there was that poll last week, and among Reform voters, Jeremy Corbyn is more popular than Keir Starmer.
Hey, come on.
So it's like Starmer has spent the last 3 years trying to appeal to those voters, and they've just gone, actually prefer the guy that quite likes immigration.
He's completely doomed.
We like the guy that we think is in the IRA more than...
I genuinely think Starmer could come out. He could turn up at like a sort of like a white nationalist kind of like rally.
Well, the Labour Party conference 2025.
He could sig howl 20 times and they'd be like, fucking woke cunt. Good, he deserves it.
Well, anyway, that's the most grief. The most grief we've had off the Keir Starmer clip, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we simply pointed out that...
No, because we did because Tristan Tate of Andrew's brother.
Andrew Tate fame.
Yeah. Another Nepo baby.
Fucking trafficsman.
Fucking Adrian Mutu, big in Romania.
Yeah.
And he was saying he'd done like a grok thing, and it was like the number like. Grok please tell me net migration or whatever, 35, and I got called a fat cunt for 3 weeks.
No, do you know what it was?
It's only 35,000.
Because we said net migration, but we was talking about small boat crossings. And because I couldn't be asked to... I just said, so net migration figures in the context of what we're talking about now. Well, actually, net migration, I'm obviously not talking about someone who comes over from the USA to get a visa to work in fucking marketing, am I? I'm talking about...
They should be stopped from coming over. They should stop that immigration.
Yeah, they said... Tristan Tate asked how many have come over in small boats, and it was like something like 40,000 or something like that. And then Steve Laws, the Nazi, was like, that number should be in the millions. And we're like, but hold on a minute, like, how many 40,000 like goes into that's like 10 years worth of like.
I think they genuinely think it's like D-Day, like Dunkirk. Fucking.
Yeah, it's like 3% of overall migration, isn't it? I think gross migration is from the boats, and everyone focus on the boats.
Like we were saying in the backstage in Stanley's Caff. Scranley's, what a gaff, by the way. Stanley's Caff, what a gaff. You can have that.
Stanley's Caff in Manchester, which is where we are.
Yes. We're talking about just like pure racism, weren't we?
Yeah.
Where like the Tommy Robinson on the beach. Like, look at Southport Beach or whatever it was, and it turns out to be a Sierra Leone.
Southend Beach.
Yeah,
that's obviously my local beach.
Support your local.
No, exactly, and what's the implication there with a video of people?
Essentially,
on the beach?
it's a video of a load of black people, and he's going, "Well, this is wrong.
Yeah,
this is wrong. There's black people there." And it's like, if you can't see how that's like very, very racist.
What's happened where that is like a kind of part of the discourse now?
I think a lot of people are doing like they're saying, "Well, what's wrong with only wanting white people around?" It's like, because you moron, that is fucked. You can't say that. That is out and out fascism.
That's the definition of racism.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible, really, and it's only it is only people that are visibly, ethnic minorities.
Yeah.
People on the right seem to have a
because
problem.
it used to be Polish people and stuff.
It did, yeah.
But I don't think that was ever as much of an issue. Now that we're out,
it was a very UKIP thing, but it was when you.
Or Gillian Duffy though, like with one of the best quotes of all time to Gordon Brown.
God, yeah.
Where are all these Eastern Europeans coming from? Have a think about that, Gillian.
Never did get to the bottom of that, though. Yeah, no, so that was when UKIP weren't as well. Farage wasn't as much as a powerhouse as he is now. UKIP were always kind of just like whipping boys, weren't they?
But I think like
San Marino,
the Polish immigration wasn't really doing it for UKIP. I wonder whether Brexit was this sort of accelerationist project.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Where like they left the European Union. Suddenly we don't have immigration from Europe. We have it from all the countries that all the racists are going to get annoyed about.
Yeah.
And it's like,
oh, so you think it was part of a master plan?
Could well be.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean, that was the sort of like Brexit was the start of like just pure propaganda, like the photo of the big line of people saying enough is enough.
Breaking
like
point.
Yeah, breaking point. That was it.
Yeah, that leave.eu, like that, like Vote Leave looked like absolute woke. The woke right compared to Leave.eu, they were the serious guys.
But that's what Cummins said, wasn't it? Where it was like and I think that's playing out again, but with Nigel Farage as the less racisty one, and Rupert Lowe and Tony Robinson doing all the hard graft, all the midfield engine room.
I'm outriding for Nigel Farage. How fucking right wing are you?
Robinson Lowe pivot.
Like fucking Rice and Declan Rice in the midfield, pinning it down. Declan Lowe.
Creating some width. I want to see some white paint on your boots, mate.
They're definitely fucking white as well. Yeah. Wow. Like with the current reform, this is a good one for us to get into, because you're now a Greensman, aren't you?
I'm a Greensman.
You're a Greensman. I think you're a bit more of a Greensman these days.
I like Zach Polensky, and I did vote for the Greens in the last election. Purely, that wasn't so much a vote for the Greens; it was so much as I can't vote for Labour, and I'm at the polling station. So
just pure anger.
Well, I've never had anything.
like Kevin De Bruyne in the running. Yeah. He's got a hamstring injury. Just pure anger. Hates Arsenal.
No, I just had to turn up for that one occasion. No,
Saka with a limp.
No, you know it is. I've never had anything bad. They're such an inoffensive party, but I've never strongly felt. But I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just do it this time around, because I'm not voting for Keir Starmer's Labour.
That was the way to send a message to Labour. Yeah. Definitely, and obviously to vote for the independents, where you had them in the
that was the most gutting. Well, because I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't aware of it until I was watching fucking Andrew PG Tips Monkey Neil on the election night with. When Wes, because I wasn't going to stay up and watch it because I knew Starmer would win, so I was like, this is not entertaining for me. Unlike the two Corbyn elections, although the second one was a lot more disappointing. The first one, stayed up doing Beak all night, fantastic. Just going, Sunderland North, come on! With friends, so it wasn't that sad. But and then doing the. As I text you while I was at Oasis, someday you will find me Corbyn wins a landslide. There you go. But yeah, I shouldn't have sang that.
You didn't commit to that.
I didn't commit. I did. Rachel Reeves. That
you got to the of landslide and you're like,
no, I did the Rachel Reeves farmer guy that I've committed to. I've gone too soon.
I've got a brand new.
His
arsehole fell out as soon as he said it. I've never seen someone have an anal prolapse so quickly. In his head it was class, and then as soon as execution come around he was like, oh.
But what I was on about, I'm surprised I remembered my point.
Yeah,
no, that wasn't a dig, that wasn't. I'm just talking about my ADHD's capabilities. Because I wasn't planning up on staying watching it. Just as I was about to turn it off, Wes Streeting almost lost his seat, and then Jonathan Ashworth did. Fuck off, you cunt. Have some of that.
Don't you think Wes Streeting looks like the ham that's like the ham that's like a teddy
Yeah, the teddy bear ham.
Yeah. He reminds me of that. I don't know why.
I think one of my favourite tweets of all time was like where he gets called a briefcase wanker. Wait for the tune. Well, in 2010 politician tweets are fucking like, it's like
and Wes goes right the way back to the start of Twitter as well, so he's got a catalogue. Yeah. Was that the one where he was called that by builders or something? Actually it was he was at the station and loads of school kids called him Uni Boy. It's great, it's gold.
It's like Beep Show clean shirt, and it's just so funny.
That's the thing, you can't have people like him. You can't have him like in the cabinet. He's just
too prefect, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got no respect.
No, but I think like they were talking about
top 5 people you'd have in a cabinet.
There we go. Cabinetsman.
I actually did that the other week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, boys.
I did.
I had I didn't. I had Eddie Dempsey as my Prime Minister.
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah.
I did. Who else did I have? We'll recall it. Craig Fairbrass was the Defence Secretary. Bonnie Blue was the Health Secretary because she's good at getting queues down.
I
can't remember the other ones now.
Greensman with the new party, Matt, we're at 25% apparently.
Yeah.
Polling.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Well, we've got 4 years. Because I think, like we've talked to previous episodes, the Tories are dead. Tories are gone.
Yeah.
I think maybe they'll hold on to again another of our favourite MPs,
Yeah.
Tory Desmond Swain with the
New Forestman.
New Forest guy. He's great. Him. Just a lunatic who gets up and talks about puffins and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think that Reform have realised that the country's actually relatively left-wing, certainly economically speaking. That's why they've said they want to get rid of the 2-child benefit cap. They've talked a lot. They've gestured towards this idea of taxing the non-doms to redistribute. I mean, it's obviously just like smoke and mirrors to a large extent, but on a rhetorical level, they know that that's where they need to appeal. And clearly they're worried about Corbyn and they're worried about the new party. They're trying to position as the voice of the working class. And the only way that they've really sort of tried to do that in a convincing way is to talk about wealth inequality, to talk about things that actually affect people's day-to-day lives, people like living standards.
Do you ever think they have that moment of realisation when we need to pretend that we want a bit of socialism to win people over?
Yeah.
When they realise, wait.
And then you get, it's like the people who call Hitler left-wing in it. Is then you get your heterodox Thatcherites will then go, oh, well, actually, the reason they failed is because they said we shouldn't incinerate the poor. So, yeah. But where do you think we go, Matt? 25% currently poll. Because obviously, I was saying this on yesterday's, the last week, so whenever you watch it, we shouldn't do that.
On the Patreon exclusive episode.
That one. Even.
£3 a month.
£2
a month.
Yeah, come on.
Cheaper than Gamban.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheaper than Gamban. Patreon.com/allrightidiots.
Worth a gamble.
Yeah. So Greensman.
Yes.
Greensman alliance with
your party.
Corbyn Sultana party.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to ask you. So where are you going to kind of pitch your tent?
So I think if Zach wins, there's great opportunity to start to
because
collaborate.
they're having a thingy, aren't they?
Yeah, it started. So ballots have opened. If you're a member of the Greens, do vote for Zach Polanski.
Yes.
And it's, I think it's a sign that I think him winning will be a sign of where the Greens will go. Obviously, in terms of leaning a bit more left populist, that will open up a lot of opportunities to work with Corbyn and Sultana. And then if we can coordinate somehow in certain seats, just maximise the votes.
Because is the other guy a bit of a chief as well? Or am I imagining that?
What?
Adrian.
Yeah.
Chief.
Is he just like a bit of a knobhead?
He's very boring.
Yeah. Okay.
He's very dry.
For some reason I had it in my head that he's a wanker.
Was it not the one where he refused to say he liked Zach Polanski as a person?
Yeah, exactly. They've done this sort of really like centrist thing of because it's him and Ellie Chowns are running on a joint ticket, and they've sort
Can't
of
have a joint leader.
I think joint leader's a terrible idea anyway, but whatever. Sort of saying that Zach is being really abusive and not running a very like polarising campaign, and then proceeding to attack him at the same time.
He's an anti-Semite even though he's Jewish.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's ridiculous. But there's a group as well in the Greens called Greens Organise, which is sort of like the momentum of the Green Party, and that's trying to like push the Green Party more.
I'm not giving them my email, then still get fucking emails off Momentum 5 years after I quit.
Yeah, that's something for the ICO to look into.
So we've got. Like I was saying this on the last Patreon, whatever. Go and buy it, yeah. Where I think the Green Party have like much better down south, where you wouldn't always get a left. You would like Corbyn and Sultana will not win somewhere in the outskirts of Bristol, will they?
No.
Whereas
Herefordshire,
cities that aren't London, basically.
Yeah. Whereas but then vice versa. Corbyn and Sultana in Liverpool that we're not in at the moment would have a much better chance of winning that than the Greens would, I think. Brighton's Caroline Lucas, isn't it?
But that's like a Green stronghold, isn't it?
Yeah, Sian Berry's the MP there now. I think she'll win that. She'll keep that. So yeah, just needs a little bit of common sense,
How many MPs is the Greens now?
5.
Yeah. So think about the difference in coverage.
To reform.
Yeah,
to reform.
Is it the same amount or one more?
Because the Greens, objectively, like as I've told you both previously, my objection to the Greens is nothing bar I think they're a bit soft. Other than that, but then again,
but like
that's better to be.
I think that there's two things, right? It's obviously the leadership has not been great, so it's not even about the policies. It's about the presentation and about like where you position the party, the messaging, the rhetoric. But also the fact that, the media does lean right. Hugely.
Yeah, but lean, lads.
And like it's giving reform a lot of oxygen.
Yeah,
I think with the Greens as well, the defence strategy. That the media will just because obviously conflict all over the world at the moment, rising tensions.
Yeah,
the Greens have always said about getting rid of Trident and stuff like that, and I think that they'll just pounce on that.
But this is why I said to Zach like the other week. Just be ready, because this is what they'll go on. They'll whenever they look at what you stand for, they'll obviously pick the thing they think you're weakest on.
Yeah.
I spoke to him about the position on nuclear weapons and things like that. And when I was talking to him, he's got solid lines on it, and he's got very he's not budging from his principles.
He's good. He's very good with the media. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about him. He's kind of like he doesn't shy away from anything, and he doesn't get bullied. Which is I think was Jeremy's problem a little bit. Yeah,
I mean, not that he got bullied. I think that he
got rattled sometimes.
That he took the bait.
Yeah. I think Zach's very good at understanding how to navigate out of some of these. Like Jeremy was very good politically. He would never deviate from his politics,
like Bernie Sanders kind of stuff. It's just hits the same thing.
But it's about like, do you really want to make this an issue and like frame all the discourse in the country around this issue? No, let's like deal with it and then move on. And Zach's good at that.
Yeah. So that's good. I think with obviously. Zara Sultana's very good at dealing with all this shit as well, because obviously she gets more stuff as a Muslim woman. Because it depends again though. I think, is the country going to vote for Jeremy Corbyn, who most of them, everyone over 50 already hates, and a Muslim woman. I don't think so. Do you know what I mean?
That's I kind of think maybe they need more of a background.
They need someone who's not one of them, basically, to be the leader, I would say.
You need their ethics, but you need a different face presented.
Someone like John McDonnell, basically.
Yeah.
But
then with that, it opens the door for people like Starmer emerging, where they pretend they're one thing, and then when it actually comes to fruition, they just...
Entryists.
Yeah.
Neo.
Sure, yeah.
So it's the kind of where, like... it's a good... I think we can get on... That's a good one to do, because everyone likes a prediction, don't they? But what we're saying for the next election, obviously we're how many years are we away? 4 years away? Ish, roughly a year into Starmer feels
just
like
over
5.
a year, innit? Yeah.
God, it's only been a year.
Yeah.
July 11th, was it?
Yeah, July. Well, it was June, July, so it's a year and a month.
Yeah, so it's August now.
Yeah. So, I don't think there will ever be a politician as universally disliked. I think you could see more implosion, like even worse than the Tories did last time.
Isn't it like 10% now? His approval, like, isn't it like 10%? No, 10% of people think he's doing a good job. Yeah. And obviously, net approval is way down.
Isn't it only like James O'Brien is the only guy that likes it?
Just putting it.
And Jonathan Pye are the only.
You're a cunt. No, sorry, mate. Yeah, no, you're a cunt. Right, that thing he does with his headphones. Put them on properly.
Oh, what, with one off?
Yeah. The thing I was thinking though, what do we say predictions wise? Because you're a man who knows, you're a parliamentsman more than we are, obviously. Obviously. What are we saying for who's the next prime minister, and why is it Nigel Farage?
At this rate, it will be Nigel Farage.
Yeah. I think we had a conversation, didn't we, where I was saying to you, you didn't think they'd win. And I was telling you, I think you're being naive. But,
Reform?
Yeah. I said they're going to win like 400 seats. You're like, oh, coalition, Tories are dead, I think.
Yeah, I think the longer they keep Badenoch, the more likely that is.
Yeah.
She is rubbish. Yeah. Like, absolute rubbish. And politically, like, you know, the actual things that she stands for are terrible. Like, it's completely misreading the moment that we're in, the political moment that we're in. She's not been able to cut through. I think the Greens have got more coverage than her. You know,
who's she trying to fool as well with all this kind of like race stuff as well? It's like, you like, it's not a bad thing, but you are literally an immigrant. You know what I mean? So it's like, why are you trying to do all this like anti-immigration rhetoric?
It's just like you're a can. That's what you're trying to signal.
Yeah, sorry. I was also trying to signal that I think the Conservatives' one true saviour is the meme of a man, Bobby Jenrick.
Bobby Jenrick?
Yeah, because I think he kind of plays into that reform kind of like...
Bobby Ozempic?
Yeah.
He's looking...
Oh, that's a good line.
He's looking trim.
Yeah, but that's because he's been running around trying to stop everybody without a ticket.
Yeah, he's been running around.
He was at Oasis the other day. He was stopping people getting into Oasis the other day.
He's been running around every tube station trying to stop...
That's not Ozempic, that's 25,000 steps a day doing the Lord's work.
But yeah, I think Bobby Jenrick is like he's like the old Etonian type a bit more than, but like
he'd be the best mayor of London ever.
Yeah,
because he genuinely would do what everyone wants Sadiq Khan doing, which is just running around trying to stop all the crime scenes.
Sort of Batman sort of role.
Yeah, it's the Batman role.
Yeah. Okay.
So like,
I mean, I think you might be right about reform now at this rate, but I think Corbyn's party is a problem for them. I think Zach winning is a problem for them.
Yeah,
we just haven't had that counterweight.
Yeah, we haven't had obviously since Keir Starmer that they've had no representation in Parliament at all. The left really. No. I mean the Green of course, but they just get because they're so because. Like who
you can just get
Caroline Pigeon, was it?
Caroline Pigeon.
Caroline Lucas.
Who's Caroline Pigeon?
I don't know.
Have I made a name? There's someone called Pigeon. Nah?
I don't know. Caroline. Do you mean Laura Pidcock? Do you mean?
No. I'm sure there's. I might be like mixed. That might be like one of my nan's mates. Caroline Lucas. Yeah, Zach Polanski's way more that sort of charismatic.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, Caroline Lucas is a bit vegetarian teacher.
To Google that.
Yeah, Caroline Pigeon.
In case I've just doxed someone I work with. Hold on, you boys crack on.
Right, so while Tom Googles who Caroline Pigeon is, she loves a bit of beak. Hey.
No, Caroline Pigeon is a member of the House of Lords.
Oh well,
okay.
Baroness Pigeon.
What party?
Lib Dems.
Not
bad. Okay, I've got my Carolines mixed up. Who doesn't?
As Neil Diamond once said.
This is sour Caroline.
Edit.
That's the second one of the day.
Oh, you're not editing that out. You can't edit sour Caroline out.
That's the worst bit of power I've ever come out with.
Oh, it's too good. It's too good to take. It's too good to take out.
I left your shit one in the other day.
I know you did. I know you did.
You're just pissing me off. Sorry, Matt. I've derailed the conversation.
No, it's not. But we're leaving that in. We're leaving that in.
Oh yeah, I get that.
But so yeah, that's 1-1, dickhead. So the point is like, do Reform win 400 seats? Because I think they do. Because I think they win most of the.
I don't think it's that bad anymore.
So was a really interesting thing happened yesterday, I thought, where the Justice spokesperson for Reform was on Times Radio, and it was oh yes please, and was talking about.
There you go.
Got mine anyway.
All good. This is all very professional.
This is very professional. Yeah, but this is what people want. They want.
Yeah.
This is like
being in Parliament. You know?
This is like Lee Anderson's talking pints.
Yeah.
This is the left wing.
Left in the corner.
yeah. This is the left wing, but the right in the corner.
So the Reform Justice spokesperson was on, I think, Times Radio or whatever it was, Talk TV, and we're talking about trans women in women's prisons. And the question was put like, do you think only biological women should be in women's prisons? And the Reform Justice spokesperson said, well, I think we have to look at it on a case-by-case basis, which is not what you would expect them to say, because you would expect them to lean into this kind of cultural idea. But actually, if you look at public opinion, it is very, I'd say, divided on this, but perhaps leaning a bit more towards being pro-trans rights in that context, like thinking about the safety of the person that you're putting in a men's prison, which says to me that Reform know that they are basically on track to win the election, and they're not going to be controversial. Exactly, they're being very risk averse now, which I think means that the coalition that they've built is not going to last till 2029. This is I think it's going to basically collapse in on itself. It's basically what happened to the SNP. It's trying to be too many things at once.
Too many people. Yeah.
They always implode these like extreme parties anyway.
Because you've already got like Rupert Lowe and Tommy Robinson starting their own. Tommy Robinson, the right wing Eugene Debs will be campaigning from prison. So like with that's a very good point, Matt. I think
that's why I'm here, mate. I don't do any jokes. I do that.
Because I think it does seem to be. It is very. I think they're in a very Icarus-y moment, aren't they?
Yeah. Because the closest they've been to the sun, really.
And other than when they go to Benidorm. There you go. There's a joke.
I mean, they even asked Farage after, like.
Oh, that's funny. Right, sorry about going cut you off then.
No, so just they even asked Farage after a press conference what he thought of what his justice spokesperson said, and he doubled down on it. They're consciously looking at where is media and public opinion on everything, and this is why I think they're going to start moving more and more left, because I think that's where
it's the
people
right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do, and it's also what people think a lot of things.
Do you reckon Reform just become another centrist party?
That'd be very
another one.
It's like that Simpsons meme where like Mo kicks out Barney.
Neoliberalism again. I think, but it's going to be obviously the point of it will be neoliberalism again, but there's just a bit more of a racist face in it.
Side point.
Neoliberalism Liberalism again. Liberalism again. Liberalism again. Ole, ole.
Like obviously, trans issues is such a culture war. Just like funny. It's just a culture war, like fodder, basically, isn't it?
Yeah,
Trans issues.
It is.
Not,
exactly.
I'm not for the people who aren't affected by it. I'm not saying obviously trans people.
It's a
like,
issue.
Your issues are very real, but for like moderate people, it's such like it's just like.
For people who are going to work and don't have enough money, I do not care about.
Yeah, but they're more concerned about someone going into a prison because they're trans rather than they think they're more dangerous going in because they're trans as opposed to them being a criminal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's like the Levi Bellfield Islam thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's managed to get right-wing people to care about the conditions in prisons. I think it's a phenomenal kind of subversion.
That's the thing. You're complaining that they've all got flat screen TVs. Like, send a few barbaric trans fucking with it.
That's a good context.
That would be an insane out of context clip.
When you've got because I think you're. I've not thought about that till you said it like that, because the politicians like Rupert Lowe and to call Tommy Robinson a politician is
he's not
being
he's
generous.
A journalist.
Yeah, he's a truth teller. I just thought it was them being like Rupert Lowe. Rupert Lowe is ego for one, because like he wants to be the leader and doesn't realise that he isn't as charismatic as Nigel Farage, so it can't be. Because I think if anybody else is leader of that party, if it's not Farage, it ceases to. Nobody's getting excited about Richard Tice, are they?
No.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And Lee Anderson's too much of a cunt. Too much of
I
a
think
pub
he'd
bore.
be the next best thing to.
It's too much of a pub bore, though. He's too much of the cunt from the pub.
Yeah.
He's the sort of Prescott figure, isn't he? He's like a bit of like a sort of parody of Reform in a way that John Prescott, God rest his soul, was like that kind of working class anchor that Tony Blair needed. Whereas I think Lee Anderson is not going to be listened to on where Reform are, like politically. He's just such a caricature.
He's just your,
I don't think he
your
cares
mate's
either.
dad who gets all of his opinions from watching Top Gear. That's what Lee Anderson is.
Lee Anderson believes in Lee Anderson being in Parliament. That's what Lee Anderson believes in.
I mean, he's been in all the parties, hasn't he? I think he
was in
Labour,
Tory. Yeah. Bonnie Blue.
He's a fucking
Bonnie
slag.
Turquoise. Bonnie fucking turquoise.
Bonnie Reform Blue.
So Lily Filibuster, if you will.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm going to cut that out. That's actually very good.
I'd not thought about it like that, because I do think that they are definitely on the verge of something, aren't they? Because I was saying about Rupert Lowe and Tommy Robinson is ego, and Tommy Robinson's a Mossad agent, I think.
Yeah,